Grapes can be a bit hard work, but I think this mod may bring them back into the game. Oh, excellent. So, this is the Grape Production Pack. This is by Chemben, 27.88 megabyte on the download, and it's been out for a while and it's had a bit of an update, in particular on the 9th of March. But yeah, we're trying something a little bit different here today. So, we've got a few things in this pack, so you're going to find them in the construction menu and under productions and factories. So, we'll scroll along to the first one. So you've got the first one there, the grape processing unit, 200 gram to place down. Obviously that's going to be the start of the whole process. We then move on to the next one, which is an oil mill. So you've got two versions. We've got the one we placed down here, and then we've got the standard base game shaped version. Fair enough. We then move on to the next part, which is the spinnery. Again, you've got two versions of that. So you can have one that we placed down there, or a more recognizable one. Fair enough. And then the last on the production side is a tailor shop. So we've got the standard base game sort of shape one, and then we've got the one that we've placed down. And to finish off, we've got this here, the fertilizer production. It's sort of like a standard base game workshop on the building. Fair enough. And then to finish off, we got under selling points, we got this one down here, which we'll scroll back along for that one, which is right there, farmers market. And also you've got the standard base game sort of style one as well. Now these farmers markets right down the end, they're going to take all the usual stuff plus the extras that we have in here today. So we're starting off with the grape processing unit. Now if you come over here, you've got a nice little directory sign. Obviously it all starts off with your grapes, and they go into this production unit, put my teeth in, and that gets the whole process going. So we'll come over here, we'll click on that like that. So obviously raisins and grape juice, usual shenanigans, grapes going in, but in particular the grape juice, because it provides a couple of extra outputs: grape seeds and grape must. Fair enough. Obviously loading in down there, pallet spawn point just there. Now this is the pallets of grape seeds, and this is the pallets of grape must. Now you can't lift them up. I've got the liftable pallets mod on. It's not allowing us to pick them up, so you will need a forklift truck. So what does this facility give us on the profit perspective? Now obviously this is the starting facility, so you're going to get grape juice, grape seeds and grape must out of this. So for 1,000 litres of grape juice, you're going to need to have put in 1,250 litres of grapes, which would have cost you, if you'd have sold it off directly, 2,694. But for 1,000 litres of grape juice, you're going to make 5,311. You're going to get 250 litres of grape seeds, which you'd have sold off for 225, and 1,000 litres of grape must, which you'd have sold off for 586. Now that gives you a total profit, once it's all added up and the cost taken away, of 389.9% extra. Oh, that's alright. That's alright indeed. So then we move on to the second one. So this is going to be the oil mill. So it's going to do your usual sunflower, canola, that sort of thing. But obviously it's going to do grapeseed oil as well. So you've got your production menu just there. So usual shenanigans going on there. But then you've got the grapeseed oil at the bottom. So 2 in, 1 out for your grapeseed oil. Obviously you've got your pallet spawn point just there. So that's your grapeseed pallet. Again, you can't pick it up, it's too heavy. And it's going to take the grape seeds going in, and you're going to chuck them in at the side. So what's the profit on this part? So to get 1,000 litres of grapeseed oil, you would have to put in 10,000 litres of grapes, which would have cost you, if you'd sold off separately, of 21,550. But you'd have made 9,123 on the sale of that pallet. You'd have also made on the grape juice, because you've got to put it through the grape processing unit first, 8,000 litres of grape juice, but you'd have sold off for 42,488. You'd have also made 8,000 litres of grape must, which you could have then sold off for 4,688, giving you a total profit of using these two, the grape processing unit and the oil mill, of 161.25%. That's not bad at all, I must admit. So moving on to the third one, this is going to be your spinnery. It's the same sort of shenanigans on the go, but obviously it's going to do a little bit extra. So you've got your production chain menu just there. So you can do your fabric, you do your wool like normal, but also you can make grape leatherette. So not the normal leather that you'd get from cows. This is more of a animal friendly version. So you're going to get it from grapes. So you need to put in the grape must that you get from the grape production facility, and also recycled polyester and polymers. All right, fair enough. You chuck all the stuff in there, and then you get your pallet spawn point just there, which you get your grape leatherette pallets. You can't lift them up, too heavy. Now, the the polyester polymer pallet, this one here, you're going to get this in the shop menu under pallets. It's going to be all the way at the end for us, so we'll get down to there, and then we'll see how much it's going to cost, because it's actually right the way at the end. 1,000 for 1,050 litres. Obviously you go in, you buy it, you can only buy one at a time, so it's fair enough. It is what it is. Now, obviously, you're going to need the grape must as well from the grape processing unit. So what's the profit with this one? So to get 1,000 litres of leatherette, you're going to need to put in 1,042 litres of grapes. You could have sold off 2,246. You're also going to need 250 litres of the polyester polymer. You would have sold that for 238. But you're going to make 9,577 on a pallet of leatherette. You also would have made 834 litres of grape juice. You could have sold off for 4,429. And you also would have made 208 litres of seeds, which you could have sold off for 188. Wrap that all together in a nice little bundle of profit, and it comes out at 998.5% profit over the stuff you had to put in. That is brilliant. Just under 1,000% profit. Oh, awesome. So we're going to move on to the fourth one. This is going to be the tailor shop. Now, there's two different recipes in this. Fair enough. You can make shoes and you can make belts. So you've got a wardrobe trigger there if you want to go change your clothes. Obviously, that's your pallet spawn point. It's going to take the grape leatherette going in. You've got your production facility there, and then you've got your loading in point there. So we'll click on that, go in there. So you can make clothes, normal, fair enough. You can make shoes, 2 grape leatherette to 1 shoe, and then belts, 2 grape leatherette to 10 belts. Ooh. Oh, indeed. Right, so what are we talking about on this one then? So to make 1,000 litres of shoes, you're going to need to have put into the grape processing unit 2,083 litres of grapes, which you could have sold off for 4,489. You also would have needed to use the spinnery, so you're going to have to put in 500 litres of polyester, which you would have sold off for 476. But you sell off a pallet of 1,000 litres of shoes for 23,232. That's alright. Grape juice you would have made at the grape processing unit for 521 litres. Sold that off for 2,767. You would have also made 417 litres of grape seeds, which you could have sold off for 376. Give you a nice round profit of 431.2%. But that's just for the shoes, which is alright indeed. We're then going to move on to the belts, which is something insane. So where it comes to belts, this is where it gets brilliant. So for 1,000 litres of belts, you're going to have only needed to put in 208 litres of grapes. You could have sold that off for 448. Also, you're going to need to put in the polyester into the spinnery. So you've only needed 50 litres of that. You could have sold that off for 48. But 1,000 litres of belts, you're going to have sold that for 8,458. You would have made a bit of grape juice, 52 litres, selling that off for 276. And you would have made a few grape seeds, 42 litres, selling that off for 38. But you wrap that all together, you take away what you had to put in, and you've got your profit at the end of 3,300%. 3,300% on these belts. The profit on that is mind-blowingly good. Absolutely brilliant. Obviously, you have got to use 3 production facilities, mind you, and these prices are just based off the cost of the stuff going in and production runs and cost of all that. It's not been factored into it, mind you, but still 3,300%. That's insane. But we're not finished yet, because we've got another facility, the fertilizer one. So obviously you're going to need your grape must from your grape processing unit. You got your production chain menu just there. So grape must goes in, solid fertilizer comes out. So you chuck all your stuff in at the front, and you can take it out from that tube there, obviously into a trailer or a fertilizer spreader. So what are we talking about on this one? So for 1,000 litres of fertiliser, you're going to need to have put in 1,538 litres of grapes at the beginning, which would have cost you, if you'd have sold it directly, 3,314. But you would have made 4,684 on the sale of the fertiliser. You'd have also made 1,230 litres of grape juice you could have sold off for 6,533, and also 307 litres of grape seeds, which you could have sold off for 277, which gives you a very tidy profit of 246.85%. Oh, that's alright indeed. I mean, this whole pack is absolutely brilliant. I mean, insanely brilliant on some of the profits, mind you. We'll prop them all up there. So you've got the grape processing unit, 389.9%. Got the oil mill, 161.25. The spinnery, 998.5. The tailor shop, depending on what you're doing, 431 or 3,300. And then the fertilizer at the end, 246.85%. The whole pack is profit insane. I mean, even the lowest one, the oil mill, 161%. That's brilliant on its own. If you go all the way up to making the belts, 3,300%. That's awesome. I mean, you've got that chart at the end there. On the end of the grape processing unit. Just tells you what you need to do, where you need to go. This pack, brilliant. I mean, grapes, yeah, difficult to do, expensive to start off with when planting your vines, and obviously you're sort of limited to what you can use on the harvesting side. But once you've got it all set up, oh, you are making money. Big style. Oh, love it. Right, drop it in the comments below. How far in this production chain are you going to be going? Those bouts are insane. But if you've enjoyed this episode, hit the like button, and I'm off to go find some Easter eggs. Thanks for watching.